In this video, I want to show you how you can enhance and color grade your design using your smartphone. As smartphone graphic designers, when we are done designing using our, let's say our normal mobile designing app, for example, I use PixelLab to design. When we are done designing, designs all may not always come out popping, shining like the ones we see online or we see the pro does. So in this video, I want to show you how the pro enhance and color grade their designs, how they make their design pops using this amazing app called Lightroom. So Lightroom is such an amazing app. If you're a smartphone designer, it's the app you must consider and you should begin to use as a smartphone designer. So this is Lightroom over here. So you can get yours on Play Store. You can just go to Play Store and search Lightroom mobile, and they are going to bring it for you guys. But for me, I may also leave a link in the description of this video for you to download this my special Lightroom app if you want it also. So without further ado, let me show you how you can edit and color grade your designs to make your design pop using Lightroom. Now, so for example, when you launch your Lightroom app, this will be the basic page you have on your smartphone. And to bring in your design or picture you want to color grade, just go over to this right down part of Lightroom, click on this picture plus, and go select the particular design you want to enhance. So I have mine on Play Store and on PixelLab that I want to use for this video tutorial guide. So this is my PixelLab right over here. So I'll go over to PixelLab. I think you should be at the list. Okay, so we want to enhance this particular design. We want to enhance this particular design, so it's importing it into Lightroom now. So when it has done importing, they will bring a notification. So now click on this all photos now and click on that particular design that you want to design. So this is more or less like a basic introduction to Lightroom on how you can use it to collaborate your designs. I know you may have other amazing app, but if you as a smartphone designer, I would advise you also consider this Lightroom app. So this is Lightroom over here. So when you import or click on your design, this is what you have now. So the first thing I want to advise for you now, the first thing I want to do is that when you want to color grade on Lightroom, before you touch the pictures, make sure you do an overall color grading editing to your design. What do I mean? You will get it now. So let's say this is the design I want to color grade now. If I want to color grade this, let me show you exactly what I will start doing. So the first thing I'll do is to go over to this light over here now. Go over to this light. I start my light. I don't use the preset auto. They won't give me what I want. So I start from this light. So when I get to this light, I just play around all these tools. I make sure I play around all these tools that are necessary. So the first one is this exposure. So you have to increase. Can you see what this exposure does? It increases, like it add more light to your design. Can you see the difference? Look at the difference. If I reduce the exposure, can you see this was a normal design? So if I increase the exposure, it has given my design more light. It has given it more light. So over to this contrast, you can increase the contrast. It more or less brings out light parts and makes dark parts even more darker. That is what this contrast does. Can you see every lightning is bringing it out and every dark part is increasing, like more increasing the dark parts. So I love using this contrast also. Don't mind the pictures, we'll do something to the pictures too. So the next thing I do is to go over to this highlight and light. So sometimes I use it, sometimes I reduce it. Sometimes you need to reduce this thing or increase. So it depending on your design. This is not a preset. I'm just showing you basic things you need to know when you want to edit using Lightroom. So I also shadow. Sometimes I use shadow, but for this particular design, okay, let me leave this shadow. Okay, what this white does is that it reduces every whitish part. Maybe some parts are in your design are kind of too whitish, so you use this white to reduce or to increase. Can you look at these pictures? Let your eyes be on these pictures. So if I reduce this white, can you see that the white on their faces is reducing also? So that's the importance of this white. So and this black also will increase or reduce the blackish parts in your design. So if you increase it, we have this, and if you reduce it, we also have something like this. So when we are done with this light part, I move over to my color here. So when I go to this color, I always use this vibrance a lot. I use this vibrant a lot. What this vibrant does is that it makes every color in your design pop, like it just make it vibrant and active. That is what this color vibrance in the color feature does to you. So let me increase the vibrance now. So I love increasing it a lot, and sometimes depending on the design. So I love using it because I love the feature. And saturation, if you want to reduce the saturation or increase it. So for this particular design is a concert design, so I will increase the pop. I want it to pop, the saturation to be high. It has to be active. That's why I'm increasing the saturation. So but make sure you don't use anything to the extreme. Sometimes this temperature or maybe add maybe also adjust. Sometimes I don't use this temperature, these things I try to reduce it. So we'll be coming back to this color because we'll be using this grading stuff. But before that, let's finish on this stuff. So the next thing is to go over to effect, increase the texture. Sometimes if you need to increase the clarity, what this texture like is everything come out, like every details is bring out the detail. That is what this texture does. And clarity also is enlightened. So if I reduce the clarity, some parts will go down, and if I increase it, some parts will also increase. So the A's, I don't usually use it so much, so let's leave that part. So this part now, so I think what this Vigent does is that when you update this Vigenta, it brings some shadow at the edges of your design. So I don't usually use it, but if there is a need for you to use it in your color grading, you can also use it. But for this particular design, there is no need for me to use this on this particular design. But if you have your free time, you can also check out all this feature. They will be helpful to you as a graphic designer. So I will go over to this grain. This grain, sometimes I use it. What this grain it does is that it helps you add certain dots to your design. So if you increase the grain, you should have a difference. So you can increase the size like this. Can you see some little dots? Can you see all these little dots right over here? That's what the grain does. So for the roughness, let me just reduce it like this. So the next thing I go over now is to go over to my details. I love details also. Increase the sharpening like this. If you increase the sharpening radius like this, I agree. So with this now, we've been able to enhance this design. We'll be able to realize we have not color grade. When we want to color grade, now we'll go over to this color, but now we are only enhancing the design. So this color reduction, you can use it and increase the contrast if there is need. So this deals mostly with color. So this is what color does, and done. So I think we are done with the last two. So you can also go to this optics right over here, and sometimes I use this chromatic aberration. I don't really know the job of this thing, but I just use it because sometimes I'm sure it does something to the design. So now over to color grading using Lightroom. So we just finished with the design enhancement. Now we want to do color grading using Lightroom. Okay, now so we want to color grade this particular design, and mostly when you want to color grade on designs, I use this color feature on this Lightroom. So click on this color feature. You remember we've used it before, but I didn't go deep into how you can use it to color grade your particular design. So now if you want to color grade your design, there are two ways to do this. Number one is using this grading and this mix, but mostly I prefer using this grading because I will show you what reason why I prefer this grading. So when you click on that grading, you should have this now. So you have this color wheel right over here. So when you get to this color wheel, you get to select any color you want your design to bring out. For example, look at it now. Look at what I want to show you. If you want to color grade now, if I take this color wheel to this reddish part, look at the design. Like, can you see that the design is big, like it's making all the design look reddish? Can you see what you have? If I take it to this purple side, the design will be purple, like it will bring purple to give the overall design like a purple look, a purple feeling. So if you take it to blue also, it will give it a bluish stuff like that. So that is what this color will does to your design, because this design is a concert stuff and I want the design to pop. So I will go with yellow or red, this orange stuff right over here now. So let me take it to red. Okay, I'll use this particular then to design. So this is how you color grade using Lightroom. So when you have selected the color you want to use it to color grade, the next thing is to go over to this luminance. You can try to increase the luminance or reduce it. I'll prefer you increase it. Go over to this blending also. When you increase the blending, like it makes the color grading more spread out on your design. So this balance is where I mostly balance everything up. So you can use it to balance everything up. It reduces the effects. If the effect is too much, maybe use this balance to not to reduce or increase it. You use this balance to increase or reduce it. And if the blending is too much also, you can use this. And so can you see what we just did over here? Can you see what we did this over here? We've been able to color grade this particular design to give us a yellowish, popping color for this flyer. So let me show you the before of the flyer. Look at the before of the flyer and look at the after. Can you see how we have been able to enhance and color grade this design? So we are color grading now. So can you see how you color grade using Lightroom? So blending this zero over here, balance, you just have to balance it. So just like I said earlier, there is no real there's no real preset or real way to do it. You just have to walk around every tool and make sure you have something that will go well with whatever flyer you are working with. For this particular design, that is what I'm using for this design. It does not mean every of your project, you should be using this particular process. I'm just showing you every tool on how you can use this for your next project, to enhance your next project, or if you have something similar, so you can use it. So this is what I want to show you in this video. So you can also go over here also and try to do this, but just make sure you don't overdo everything. If you want to undo this, the undo button right over here, that's how to undo. So they are amazing feature in this Lightroom. I see why I told you that if you're a smartphone graphic designer, it's an amazing tool you should consider. Now that we are done with color grading, I want to make sure these pictures are not too shiny. Can you see that these pictures are kind of too bright, or like they are kind of too bright? So I want to show you another feature in this Lightroom that you can use in like reducing the faces or any part of your design. Okay guys, now over to the last phase of this video. Let me also show you how you can blend pictures even in a design. Can you see like these pictures are too bright? They are too bright, they are different, like they are kind of different from the overall design. So I want to show you how you can make your true picture blend along with your particular design. And to do that, using this masking tool, using this Lightroom, is to go over to this masking tool right over here. So when you get to that masking tool, you click on that plus. So we'll be using this brush to blend our pictures with the overall design. So these other features are amazing features, but I will be showing you how to use this other feature into this video. But I will be showing you how you can use this brush tool using it. So when you get to that brush tool now, you get to edit edit whatever you want to work with over here now. So I think I'll be working with this. So if you want to increase everything, you can just increase it right over here, but I'll be working with this particular preset right over here now. So what you want to do, if you want to use this brush tool, that everywhere you want to work on, that is where you should paint. For example, let me show you. So if I paint, I want to work on their faces, right? So I'll paint only their faces. So everything I'll be doing will only apply to all these reddish parts of this design. Everything I'll be doing now will only apply to all these places I'm brushing out in this design. So let me show you now. So after I'm done, these are the faces I want to work on. So just do your thing, walk around, wait around. So when you have this now, so go back to this light, and I will try to reduce their lights. Depending on whatever you're working with, if you want to increase, so I will reduce the exposure is too much. I will increase the contrast and the shadows if there's need for shadow. Okay, if there's need for shadow. So after that, I usually go for this effect, and this effect tries to bring out the texture of their faces, so it makes their faces even more real. Now can you see that it has bring out everything of their face? So this clarity also, I use it a little bit. If you use this clarity too much, it may spoil the overall. Can you see that the clarity is really spoiling? So just have to apply it to the minimum for you to have a great design. So now over to this details. Now I just increase the noise and sharpness, and you will have something like this. Can you see what we just done with this Lightroom app? So this is what I want to show in this video. Look at the before of this particular flyer. Okay, let me show you. I'm coming. So click on this now. Click on this now. So let me show you the before and after of this flyer. This was the before. This was the original design I designed using PixelLab, and look at what you've turned this picture into. Can you see, even you as a client, as a designer, which one will you prefer between this or this? I'm sure everyone will go for this. So this is how you can make your design pop. This is how you can color grade. This is how you can enhance your design and picture using this Lightroom app. I'm sure I've been able to convince you that this Lightroom app is such an amazing tool you should not joke with as a smartphone graphic designer or as a graphic designer. So this is the before. Once again, look at it after. Now can you see how sweet this looks? So this is how you can do everything I've just done earlier. So if you find this helpful, please like this video, share this video to your creative friends. Don't enjoy this valuable video on your own alone, and make sure if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to this family, and let's make this video go even to more people. So this is the end of today's video tutorial, guys. So if you want to save to your gallery, click on this share button icon and click on this save to device, and it will save to your phone, and you can send it to your clients and receive your money and do everything once. So this is the end of this video now. So peace out, and I'm going. Thank you for watching.